Hey guys, so I had a dream fairly recently that was very encouraging that I really wanted to share with you guys. I personally have a lot of dreams, and it's really one of the most significant ways that God speaks to me. It's when I'm actually asleep. And I don't know if it's the same way with you if you have a lot of dreams, but I feel like a lot of my dreams are actually from God. Sometimes it takes a little bit of like investigating and because there's a lot of symbolism in it. This particular one, I was gonna get married and I was doing all these things and cleaning, I think I was doing, and just getting ready for it. I was really stressing, you know, so I went to my wedding and I was late, and I got there and people are like, "Oh, why are you late?" And I was like, "Oh, I had to do all this stuff, you know, cleaning and get ready for it," and I was just really stressed out, and they started dressing me in this suit. I was light brown, actually, and the location was very interesting because it was on a bridge, and it was like water underneath it. So it was definitely not the most common, you know, location for a wedding. And when I saw my bride, she did not have a white dress; she had a purple dress, really vibrant colors, and the whole dream had very vibrant colors, and that's usually a good sign that it's from God. And it's one of the signs. I recognized her. I couldn't tell you, like, I couldn't describe her face to you, but when I saw her in the dream, it was like, this is someone I know, and I recognized her. So they're getting me ready, you know, all that, and I look great. And then she asks me, my bride asks me, "So why were you late?" And I get really upset. I get frustrated because I'm like, well, I was doing all these things, and I, you know, was cleaning, I was getting ready, and like I've been working so hard to get ready for this, and then, you know, and I would really appreciate, you know, some understanding from you right now. And she just smiles at me and says, "Christian, what can I do for you?" And I just, you know, I start softening, and then I start saying what, you know, what my love languages are, like my top 3 love languages. I don't know if you know the 5 love languages, like, you know, words of affirmation, those type of things. So I start saying that to her, and she just smiles to me and puts her hand on my shoulder, and she doesn't say anything, but just the look in her face, the love in her eyes, just tells me, like, I know your needs and I'm gonna fulfill them. And the dream ends there. So now, was this a dream about my actual future wedding? No. In the dream, I really feel very strongly that the bride, actually, she represented the Holy Spirit. And it was, I mean, it was a woman in this case, just representing that. But I mean, there was not there was a strong love between us, but there wasn't that, you know, romantic type of love. And like marriage, a lot of time, like marriage, what it is it represents here on earth, you know, our covenant, our union, our intimacy with God, basically. So that's what I felt that symbolizes. And just what she said, just what, you know, the Holy Spirit said in this dream, was just so that is the foundation of a relationship with God. You know, I used to be, because like, what was I doing in the dream? I was just trying to do all these things. I was getting ready, you know, and cleaning, and so many times we feel like we need to clean up our lives, we need to do all these things before we can be intimate with God, before we can come, you know, and have a relationship with Him. And He's like, where have you been? And there wasn't any like condemnation in her voice whatsoever. It was just like, well, what have you, you know, been waiting for? You know, I was right here, you know, waiting. And this is something I used to struggle with, all the things that I need to do for God. And, you know, basically my walk with the Lord was really based on a lot of things that I needed to do for Him. But really, our relationships with God starts with, what can He do for you? And it starts with Him loving on us. And love, you know, like Heidi Baker says, if you know who she is, she says, love looks like something. excuse me. And in this case, it looks like, you know, meeting a need. Because that's a huge part of love. It's meeting someone's need, whatever it is. And God is like so ready to meet our needs. And it's not just ready to do it, He will do it if we will just let Him. So I need to be reminded of that my relationship with the Lord actually starts with Him loving on me. Because guess what's going to happen when you are filled with His love, and when you experience that, when He's meeting your needs, then you just have so much more freedom excuse me, to just give to other people. It's like, it's just this overflow. And I think we get it backwards so many times. As always, you can always email me, loveboundchristian@gmail.com, with anything. Like, I really love hearing from you guys. I love helping you process your the things you're going through, you know, relationship stuff or whatever it is. And or if you have questions, you know, feel free to do that. So I love you guys. See ya.